before we get into Qeedush Laleel Rash Hashanah, Sanctification for the night of the beginning of the year, we remember that every study or practice leads us on to the next. The experience of it should indicate the knowledge and the level of skill in deciding what's next. In general, we should be familiar with more than one source on our level, or more than one approach to the source if we are referring to scripture itself or some such thing. And people silently say, we he arb, we he bakar. And there was evening and there was morning. It does help that some portions of rituals are either left towards personal thought, or, not everything is allowed and heard. Yum hashi wiklu hashmim waharts bakol tabam wikol alhim biyum hashbiyai mo aktu asher asha wishbat biyum hashbiyai makol mo aktu asher asha wibruk alhim at yum hashbiyai wikdash atu ki bu shabbat makol malaktu asher bara alhim lashut. The sixth time period goes out, and thus the heavens and the earth were finished in all their array. And on the seventh day was the completion of this work of God, which he had done, and he abstained on the seventh day from all the work which he had done. Divinity blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it he abstained from the work which divinity created to make. So I shouldn't have said God, I should have said divinity, because Alhim means all divinity. And yes, polytheist will use that word. That's in Genesis 1:31 to 2:3 here. But for them, it's quantitative plural. For others, it's qualitative plural. So, all those names of God refer to the same God, if you believe that Alhim is, And if it's not a Friday, you'll say all the words. And by Friday, I mean, the sunset that starts the Sabbath that Friday. Shabri, Marnan, Warbanan, Warbuti, Baruch Atah Yahweh, Alhainu, Malak Haulam, Bura Pri Hagban. Amen. Baruch Atah Yahweh Alhainu, Malak Haulam, Asher, Bachur, Benu, Makol, Am, Urumanu, Makol, Lashun, Wakdashnu, Bamtutyu, Watan, Lanu, Yahweh, Alhainu, Bahba, At Yum, and not if it's the Sabbath, Hashbat, Hasa, Wat Yum. Oh, you include those words if it's a Sabbath. But if it's not, okay. Hazkrun, Hazah, Yum, and if it's a Sabbath, Zakrun, and otherwise. Terwah, if it's a Sabbath. Bah, and if it's not a Sabbath, you can you continue with Makra, Qeedush, Zakr, Litziat, Matzrim, Ki, Banu, Batshrat, Wow Tanu, Qatshat, Makol, Hamim, Woodbark, Amt, Waqim, Lad, Baruch Atah Yahweh. No indication of the bending at the knee, bending at the hip, and standing up straight with that one, but I guess you could add that. Malak, Al Kol, Hearts, Makdash, and if it's a Sabbath, Hashbat, Wah, and then continuing, Yishral, Wiyum, Hazkrun, Amen. And with the double-wicked candle, are 2 ordinary candles. Baruch atah Yahweh Alheinu Melech Haolam Borah Maori Hash Amen. Baruch atah Yahweh Alheinu Melech Haolam Hambadil Bin Qeedush Latchul Bin Our Latshuk Bin Yisrael Lamim Bin Yum Hashbiai Lashut Yami Ham Asha Bin Qadshat Shabbat Lakdashat Yum Thub Hab Dolt Wat Yum Hashbiai Mashat Yami Ham Asha Qadshat Hab Dolt Waqdasht At Amak Yisrael Bakdashtuk Baruch Atah Yahweh Hambadil Bin Qeedush Lakdash Amen. Baruch Atah Yahweh Alheinu Melech Haolam Shachinu Waqimanu Waqianu Lazman Hazah Amen. By your leave, my masters and teachers. So if they're present, but if they're not present, maybe you're saying by the permission of those who passed on the tradition, right? Blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, deity of presence, sovereign of the dimensions, who created the fruit of the vine, and everybody states in the affirmative. Blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, deity of this place, sovereign of the dimensions, and is chosen from all people, those who've joined, exalted above us, every tongue, and sanctified us with commandments, and you gave those of this place. God is a verb and noun, what we take to be a deity with love, and if it's a Sabbath, you say the Sabbath day and. Otherwise, you continue with, this is the day of remembrance, a day of, and if it's a Sabbath, remembrance of, and otherwise, the horn blowing, and other remembrance of is Sabbath, and after shofar blowing, you say with love if it's a Sabbath, and then otherwise you continue a holy remembrance and memorial, well, a holy ritual and memorial of the Exodus from Egypt, for you've chosen us and have sanctified us above all the people, and your word's true and established forever. Blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, sovereign over all the earth, who sanctifies. And if it's the Sabbath, you say the Sabbath, and otherwise you continue with the upright of God and a time that's full of the remembrance. And then all respond. And then you have the portion with the multi-wick candle, or you take a couple candles and touch them. The other rituals, you hold them apart, and that's great for scrying, is having something on each side, right? Baruch atah Yahweh Alheinu Malek Haolam Bara Maori Hash. Amen. Blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, deity of this place, sovereign of the dimensions, who brought out the light from the fire. And I'll respond to the affirmative. Blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, the deity of this place, the king of the dimensions, who distinguishes between the sacred and the secular, between the light and the darkness, between the upright of God and the peoples, between the seventh day and the 6 days of labor, between the sanctity of the Sabbaths and the sanctity of the holidays. And you've discriminated between the seventh day from among the 6 days of labor that you sanctified and distinguished, and you have sanctified the people, the bride of God, that are tamed. Okay, so you sanctified people that are tamed as those who are upright of God, or who strive for God. With holiness, blessed are you, God is a verb noun, who distinguishes between holiness and holiness. And all respond in the affirmative. And on each of the nights, blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, deity of this place, sovereign of the dimensions, who allowed the maintenance of life in this place, sustained us, and brought us to the season. And all respond in the affirmative.